Hi Angela, how are you? Okay, it's fine. Angela, if you don't have the mic, you can just write in the chat, huh? Because it will be a little bit distracting for me for the Facebook. Okay, so this is a horary technique. Okay, this is a horary technique, and for this technique, you don't need even the chats. So let me tell you about the technique. Look, you are doing the astrology. Okay, you are not doing the something magical. It can seems magical, but you are not doing something magical. It's totally calculative. It's totally calculative, but it seems very magical to other person. So this technique is about if a person comes to you, okay, and they ask you, just suppose if your friend pings you randomly, it should be the randomly. Okay, if a person pings you randomly, just suppose, hey Stephanie, I want to talk about this. Okay, so just suppose if they have sent you a message on particular time, you will note that particular time, and instantly you will say, I know for which thing you want to talk about me. Oh, I know for which thing you want to talk with me. For which thing you have. So basically, knowing the answer of the question or the reason for the person who is coming to you, either for the consultation, he can be your friend. But always remember, the first condition of this technique is to be that this should be at very random, or the person must be very sincere about that technique. Okay, so let me show you that how I did that technique. Okay, let me share my screen. If you guys can see this, can you see it? Can you see this screenshot, guys? Okay,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay. You guys can open your mics. It's fine. I have a lot of noise cancellation here, so no issue. Okay. So if you see, I have this guy came to me for the consultation. Okay. And he pinged me on the WhatsApp that, hey, I want to take the consultation from you. So it's my like habit to see the Lagna first, but I was very keen to try this technique. Okay. So I just I just noticed the time that he came to me around 10. Okay. And almost like the 10:59, and it's all 11, almost 10:11. Okay. So I just noted the two things. The number point one is the 10, and the number one is the 11. Okay. And then I had just predicted this guy, you have issues related to the money and the career. So he said, yes, with my business. And his actual concern about the consultation was that he actually lost almost around like huge amount of money, huge amount of money in the international business. Okay, so someone actually sacked his business, and they tried to cheat on him with his money. So he lost a huge amount of money. Okay, so just I said, I knew, cool, send me your birth chart. Then I said to him, okay, now send me your birth chart. So this was purely a horary technique. That how to know a person who is coming to you, for what reason they have come to you. Okay, so let me show you the technique. First step is note the timing when some person comes to you or asks you any question over WhatsApp or call. Okay, just note the time, and you have to note the time in at your place. So if someone is calling you, just suppose 4:53 p.m. So you just have to note the hour. Okay, in your phone or see it in your mailbox or whatever. At what time they have messaged you or the call you. Just note the hour and just take the if the 4 is there, so just take the fourth houses. Okay, the fourth house. But second step is, if you have to consider the fourth house as the 4 hours has passed when he came to you. Okay, but as it is already the 53 minutes of the fourth hour, so that means you also have to consider the fifth. Okay, so just suppose if someone is messaging you around the fourth and the fifth, oh sorry, 4:53 p.m. So that means you have to consider the two houses. The one is the four, and the second one is the fifth. So either the person is talk coming to talk about their peace, like whatever the signification related with the fourth house, mother, vehicles, fifth house, the mother teeth. Okay, so that person will comes to regard that area, even the education, even the home, even the vehicles. Okay, whatever the signification will come to in the fourth and the fifth house, that person will talk about that area only. Okay, this is the second step. And third step is, you have to combine the fourth house, that means mother, fifth house, that means the children's also, so you can predict that do you want to ask about your child. There can be other possibilities related to fifth house, like love affairs, some some own businesses, other significations, but you have to trust your intuition here. So a person who is not having a very great intuition and not a very great houses knowledge, that person would not able to predict on the spot, or bang on predictions. For this, you should have really great sense of houses. Okay. So the screenshot which I have said to show you, let me show you again. If you can see it here. Okay. According to this, according to the rule, what I have to note, the hour. Okay, the hour. So he has messaged me at 10:58 p.m. So I checked the 10. Okay, and then I noted the 11th because it is almost 10:59. Are you guys getting the point? It's almost 10:59. So I take
Yeah.
it to your career, and 11th is your money. 11th house is always your income, your money, right? So I just predicted you have issues related to money and career, two houses. And he said yes with my businesses. And when he explained his problem to me, he actually lost the money in his business. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how it's so magical. When so I have done this lot of time with the people, because I do the consultation on a daily basis. I do almost like 10 to 12 consultation on a daily basis. So I got this. When people came to me, I just said them, I know for what reason you have messaged me, but for that you should have the really great sense of houses. There is another version of this technique. Okay, any issues with this screenshot on this? Angela, Alexa, Maria, which time is relevant if the person who sent the question is from a different time zone? Uh, I told you, Angela, you have to take the time of your city, like your place, wherever you are sitting, whatever if a person is calling you from the Australia, so you just have to take the time, whatever is in your time zone, whatever is visible on your time and your mailbox, that's the time you have to take. Okay, because you are the person who will use his or her intuition power, or the intellect, to predict the things. You just don't have to take the time of the questionnaire, basically. Okay. So let me show you the another version of this technique is this. Oh yes, 11th house is for your friends, right? 11th house is for your friends. So whatever the screenshot I have shown, so basically his friend did that to him, that he took his all of his money. He cheated in the business. Okay, so if you see here, in his entire 30 years of career in business, 10th house, that means his friend, that means 11th house, did that to him. Okay, that's how it works. I have checked this on 50 charts over call, messages, in person, and it always works with me. Okay. There's a another version of this technique is, if you are not able to predict on the spot, okay, if you are not that well versed, then just say to your client or your person that don't tell me anything. Okay, just don't tell me anything. I will try to look from my side. So in that screenshot, when I have noticed the 10 number, okay, so who now you have to take the natural zodiac number, the natural 10th zodiac number. So which is the natural 10th zodiac number? Natural 10th zodiac number. Who, which signs comes at the 10th number in the table of
Is it like
zodiac?
the
Capricorn?
Sorry?
And are you asking about what sign is the 10th house or?
No. I am asking in natural series of the zodiacs.
you mean what sign is in the 10th house in the natural?
Yeah,
Is that what you It's Capricorn.
it's Capricorn, right? I think, yeah, it's Capricorn. Okay. So that's the natural zodiac number of the Capricorn is the 10, right? For the Aquarius, it's 11. For the Pisces, it's 12. And that's how it's keep going. Now, when I looked at his chart, at, at the chart of that person, when I looked at it, that chart, the Capricorn sign was going is related with the finances. It's your earned income, right? So another signification, if you are not able to predict from the without chart, if you're not able to predict without chart, then open the chart and see where if the person has messaged you at the 5 p.m. Okay, then just see where the natural zodiac number, which is 5, which is Leo, natural fifth zodiac, which is Leo, where Leo is going in his chart. If Leo going is in the 7th house, okay, then the person has somewhere in his mind, that person is thinking about the relationship or wants to talk about the relationship. If the 5th house is going into the 9th house, it can be the post graduation or it can be related with the father. If the Leo is going into the 12th house, then it can be related with the foreign. That's how it works. Okay. I have right here also in the save important points to remember for this technique. This is the all technique. This is all, nothing else. This is all. Just the two version of this technique. First, without chart, how you can predict from the houses only. Okay. And the second is just see where the whatever the zodiac number is. Okay, if it is the 4th or the 5th hour, just take the zodiac number respective to it and try to find it in the chart. Okay, important points to remember about this. It may not work if you don't have natural high intuition combination in your chart. Okay, if you don't have a very good Ketu, you will not able to predict like this. For this, you have to be a very good intuition power, very good intuition power. Okay, you should really know the houses. I mean, really. Okay, really know the houses. There are other version of this techniques also which I have not mentioned above, as they are much technical. If I like there are a lot of advanced version of this technique also. Okay, which you know, you don't even have to say anything. I will just open a chart and I will just look at your face and I will just say, okay, so you have this question in your mind and the answer of this question is this and this. That's it. That's how it works. But this is the very basic technique. if you will master it, then definitely I will try to teach you the advanced technique also. Calculations. So you were not able to see it. Okay. But try to use the above two versions. It will give you result in more than 75% cases. If you will use this technique, trust me, it will give you result in 75% cases. But always remember uh, that you should really know the houses. Some, if a person comes to you and they wants to talk about the relationship, okay, but you are getting the number 2. Just suppose they have pinged you at the 2:45 p.m. Okay, and they want to talk about the relationships. So there is a no relation between the sign, the Taurus or the second house with the relationship. It's not like that. You have, once you will try to practice it on at least 10 charts, then you will able to predict it. Okay. And it will work only if someone comes to you naturally and you don't know about their question. Okay. Just suppose if a friend of yours is already suffering from a legal battle and they are pinging you, then at the subconscious mind, you know that this person may come to you for this reason. Okay. For this, you should know the person should be the either the stranger or it can be your friend, but you should not be aware with that problem or with that concern of your friend. Okay. And one more thing about this is, if you have very set hours, just suppose if you're an astrologer, okay, and you just sit to take the consultation at 10 a.m. on a daily basis. So it's very common that people will come to you, people will know that, okay, now the Stephanie or the Satya is free. Now I have just to start asking my question. Okay. So what will happen? A lot of people will ask you or ping you around 10 a.m. only, because that is your working fixed working time. Okay, so it will not work in the fixed working time. It should be the completely random. Like if a person is messaging you in the night, 3 a.m. in the night, when you're not expecting any message from them, then it works. Okay. One more thing, this technique will never fail. Trust me, this technique will never fail. If you are not able to predict, then it's your limitation. Then you are practicing it wrong. This technique doesn't have any loophole in this. If you're not able to predict, then you are practicing the houses, you don't know about the signs. Okay, you got it? A friend messaged me, hey bro, I want to tell you something. I have bought a car. I told him, I know you have bought a sedan car with a black color. He said, how, man, how can you know this? I just told him, because man, it is very basic. It is very basic. He was having Libra in the 4th house with the Venus. Venus is the sedan, Libra is the black. 4th house is the vehicle. So he will buy a sedan black car. That's simple. But for this, you should know about each and everything about the signs and the houses. Even not about the sign, just know about the houses. Okay. So there is a rare sage in India who practice it, and he's so pro in that he can tell your spouse name, his city, his father name too, without without question being asked. Okay, so you just have to go to him, you just have to sit like a mute, and he will tell you, okay, so you have a question, this question in your mind, that you want to know about your partner. You will get your partner on this and this date. Okay, and her name or his name will be this. He will be living from this city, and his father name will be this. If the prediction can be so precise just from the horary, then you can imagine what the depth you can achieve just from the natal chart. What depth you can achieve just from the natal chart. Okay. So this is the thing. I have acquired this technique with a lot of struggle and hard work from sages in India, and had to prove my worth and knowledge to them, as they don't reveal it to anyone who is not worthy of this technique. So I have a small request to you, that please don't make troll of it. Don't make troll of predictions that you don't trust on the prediction, or if you don't think that prediction can be made, or predictions are very, the false. I have several times make the predictions on the blank charts when even I have not seen the charts. Okay, it's available on my YouTube channel. You can see that. Okay, so but don't just try to criticize the things if you have not experienced it. So that's a small request from my side, because it becomes. But the reason why I'm sharing it with you, because I want to show people that it is just not limited to understanding your nature. The chart is not about understanding your nature. It is far, far beyond than that. And want to leave the curious anyone who wants to say astrology is a pseudoscience. Okay, if even anyone comes to you who say astrology is a pseudoscience, you can a magical value from this technique, and you can establish yourself as an astrologer. People will start believing you, oh, at least this person knows something about his subject, at least something about his subject, that at least they will trust on you. Just suppose if a person is coming to you and they are very, they are very confused that they should take a consultation from you or not. Just predicting like this by using this technique, I know for this reason you are coming to me. They will be sold. They will be sold on that particular moment. Okay, so that's the thing. Any question which you want to ask, then please do let me know. Yeah, Angela. No, it's not the 5 lifetime. You just need the continuous practice of 5 years. You will get to that level. Nothing else. It's not a rocket science, and even rocket science is much easy in the front of astrology.
Pratu, maybe you could show an example on how you get the ruler of a house when you notice the more complex example you've given, how you get the ruler of a house to develop the interpretation. When you said
I'm not taking on the ruler of the house. I'm not
that's
taking
what you
anything.
said, I understood.
Sorry.
You said first we have to check the house by the time you get the question. This was your first. So if someone is asking you a question at 4 o'clock, you're going to look the fourth house. If
No,
this
you don't
time,
have to go. You don't have to go. Person is must have a question related to the fourth house, either natural fourth house. You don't have to see the chart for it. First, you don't see the chart.
yeah, I understood that.
Yeah.
This part I
Hmm.
understood. This is not the
Okay.
case. This is not what I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking when then you said something that was not very clear to me. You
Okay.
said that we have when you don't get this information at first,
Hmm.
then you have to see where the ruler is
No.
falling in the person's chart when you look at the person's chart.
Huh.
Is that
Huh.
correct? Yes.
Not the ruler. I have said, see where the sign is going. If the person has come to you 4:15 p.m., which is the
Okay.
zodiac, which is the fourth zodiac in natural order,
The first zodiac is Cancer. Is that what you
Cancer.
mean?
Yes.
This is the
This is,
sign.
yeah, this
Because
is the sign.
this
This
is
is
the
the
sign.
sign.
So this is, yeah. This
Yeah.
is what, because you said the first zodiac and this is was making me confused.
No, no,
So
it's
yeah, I
fine.
have to look where the first sign is falling.
Not the first sign. You just have to see where the Cancer is falling now.
Okay. So
You
that's
just
clear.
you just have to connect the number of hour with the natural zodiac order, and see if a person is coming to me at 6:30 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, 6:30 p.m. Now I will either tell him about from the sixth house, the natural sixth house signification.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I will miss the predictions, if I'm not able to predict rightly, I will open his chart and will see where the Virgo is going, because he's coming to me at the 6:30 p.m. and I will take the 6 hour. Now I will connect it with to the natural zodiac number, which is the Virgo. The sixth natural zodiac number is Virgo. So I will say, okay, if you are not coming related with the job, because sixth house is your jobs and all, or the some health diseases, I will see where the Virgo is going. If the Virgo will be going into the fifth house, I can say it can be about affairs, it can be about starting some business, it can be about your children or something else, any signification related to the fifth house. Then you just have to see where the Virgo is going, in which house it is going, and then take the signification of those houses. It's clear?
Okay, that's clearer. Yeah, now it's clearer than it was before. Thank you.
Okay. Any confusion on this? But this is just a 0.1% of the horary. This is just the 0.1% of the horary. Like it is becoming my passion right now. Like horary, the time questions. So horary even is more advanced than the natal, more advanced than the natal, because natal actually show you the things which were at the time of your birth, but horary show the things which is in the present. So if someone asks me a question, okay, my partner is cheating on me right now or not, I will not look into the natal chart. Although I can also conclude this answer from the natal, but like I do the lot of consultation in a day, so I have to keep it very fast. Like I have to give the prediction on the very fast. So I open a brush, I open a horary chart. Okay, then I look into it and then I say, okay, if the person is doing or not. Horary is more advanced. And as an astrologer, you should be well versed with the natal and with the horary also. Yeah, Mario. Yeah.
I was just because yesterday I got a surprise message from somebody that I know. She didn't ask a question, but her topic was specific. It was at 9 p.m. On my time. She's a
Okay.
Taurus ascendant, and the topic was work. I think is that correct? Like, does that fall in the
Topic was work, no? So the ninth, Taurus, the ninth will go into the eighth house.
eighth house? It was also about vaccines. Is that
Simple. Oh, eighth house related with the vaccines. That's simple.
wow? Okay, wow.
It will work. It will work. Okay, that's how it's magical. And she must have any planet related in any planet in the eighth house. You're mute. You're on mute.
I forgot. I don't remember right now what's in her
Okay.
eighth.
Okay.
I have a follow-up to the person that I told you, and you asked me if she has any planet in that sign, and she does. What does it mean if there's a planet in there? Like, will that give a hint to the topic even more?
It will add another layer, because look, if you get the idea of pizza, okay, so if the planet is sitting there, it's like they will have a more topping on it. So actually a planet is sitting there in that sign will actually give you a next clue or add-on clue.
Yeah, it was Saturn, and it was her work that told her about get the vaccine or you're gonna be transferred.
Okay, because eighth house is also for the transfers.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay.
And I was telling you, I forgot, I was telling you through her tropical chart. It still worked.
No, it will work. It will, because because there is still a gray area between the houses, because we are talking about the house, there is still gray area, a lot of things. Okay, and only this, I think science will change, the houses will stay same. I really don't know if the Placidus you were using or the whole house system. Just try to keep try on the sidereals and keep always try on the tropicals. Definitely you will get it. Definitely you will get it.